Hi, welcome to this morning's episode of Low Carb in the Leaves. It's raining slightly, but it's still good for you to get outside in the morning. So here I am. I'm Dr. Mary Barson from Real Life Medicine. So this week we're talking about how to get back on track and or stay on track when times are tough. Because we're facing some pretty unprecedented tough times. I'm feeling it, and I'm not even in the lockdown zone in Melbourne and Mitchell Shire. So we're going to sort of pepper this week with little tips and tricks. If you're finding that you're not doing so well for any reason, if you're finding that the stress is getting to you, that it's derailing your efforts with sleep, with choosing good, healthy, low carb, real food, then I would suggest being very, very kind to yourself, very kind and compassionate, and perhaps just starting small. I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. It's this behavioural change strategy called shrinking the change. If changing something seems overwhelming, say your goal is to go to bed at 9:30 p.m, but currently you're going to bed at 1 a.m. and spending that time watching movies, eating ice cream and doing all of this, all of these, whatever these behaviours are that are somehow, you're getting something out of them even though they are not in line with your goals, for example, then perhaps saying that I'm just going to stop watching Netflix at night, stop watching movies at night, and not going to eat any more ice cream, and I'm going to go to bed at 9, and that's what I'm going to do, might be too much of a change. It might be. So perhaps you need to really shrink the change down. And there's lots of ways that you could do that. If it was maybe go to bed half an hour earlier, maybe you will not attack the sleeping side of things yet, but get out in the morning when you wake up and get some lovely sunlight. Even on a dim day like this, getting some sunlight into your eyeballs is a great way to reset your circadian rhythm, to get those chronal engines, those internal clocks inside your body ticking appropriately. So maybe just getting up in the morning and having your cup of tea outside could be your small goal. If your goal is to go for a walk, maybe just start something really, 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 really small. Like you will put your shoes by the door and you'll get out and you'll at least walk to your letterbox. Sounds stupid, but we humans, we thrive on rewards and feedback. So if we set ourselves a goal and we achieve it, we feel good about ourselves. We get this lovely little dopamine surge and we're much more likely to want to do it again. So shrinking down your change, even ridiculously small, to something extremely doable, and then doing it and then ticking it off makes you feel good. And it is a start. And if you don't know where to start, I reckon start with some relaxation time, with some active relaxation. Do a 5-minute body scan app on Smiling Mind. That could be a great goal. Download the Smiling Mind app. I love it. It's a wonderful free Australian app. And look at the 5-minute body scan and just do that once a day. And that is a healthy change that will start to create room and space in your brain for more healthy changes. So be really kind to yourself, guys. Look after yourself in this tricky time. Look after everybody else. And my final words for this episode of Low Carb in the Leaves: focus on what you can control and do not waste your precious, precious mental energy focusing on what you can't. We can't control other people. I know there's a lot of anger out there at people who may be perceived to not be doing the right thing. Maybe there's anger at politicians. Maybe there's anger at this current circumstance. We can only control ourselves. We have our little circle of control, which is just what we do, say, eat, drink, where we go. Each choice that we make is all that we really can control. Everything else is in our circle of influence. We can influence, sure, but it influences us, but we cannot control it. And from my experience in remote learning last time, I was quite shocked to learn and discover that I was unable to control my 7-year-old daughter, in that I was unable to really make her do her schoolwork. I didn't see that coming. I, for some reason, really thought that was within my circle of control. So it was a bit of a rude surprise when I discovered that no, it's actually a lot harder than I thought. So be kind to yourselves. Don't put extra pressure on yourselves. Focus on what you can control and start really, really super small. I think you're all wonderful. See you later.